Today, we're glad to be joined by Brigitte Marquise, the Senior Director of EB5 Capital, to go over about the newly launched project, JF46. Hi, Ms. Marquise. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here and share more about our regional center and our upcoming projects.
While you have been to Korea before and met with Toma스앤앰코, but this is your very first time meeting our audience on YouTube, can you please say hello and introduce yourself a little bit?
Of course. Thank you for the introduction. Hi, everyone. I am Brigitte Marquise from EB5 Capital, and I'm very happy to be here today. I have been traveling to Korea for about 8 years now, helping EB5 investors achieve permanent residency through the EB5 program. And I represent EB5 Capital, which is an independent regional center that we essentially raise funds for EB5 projects. So we have projects across our portfolio that have different asset types. So we do mostly residential and hotel developments. And most recently, we have launched a project in Breckenridge, Colorado, which we are very excited about. It is a rural project, so it qualifies for priority processing. And I'm excited to dive into more details about it.
EB5 Capital, your company, has a strong reputation as one of the leading regional centers in the market. Could you tell us a little bit more what differentiates your company from others?
Sure. So as I briefly mentioned, we are an independent regional center. So that means our sole purpose and existence is to raise the EB5 fund and then manage that fund for the duration of the term. And we have been operating under this type of business model since 2008. So we've been in the industry now for almost 18 years, more than 18 years, and we've been able to successfully complete more than 40 projects. We have an excellent track record for our approval rates for both pre and post RIA. And post RIA, we've had about 16 I-956F approvals. And we've also been able to successfully pay back EB5 investors across 20 of our different projects. But I think that truly what differentiates us is our team and the size of our team. We have a team of over 50 people, and we are spread across different departments that specialize in supporting the EB5 investor in their EB5 journey at different points. So we have our investments team that helps with all of the due diligence and underwriting of our projects. Our asset management team makes sure that all of our past projects are going according to plan and that the job creation and budget and ultimately the repayment is there as well. And then just like that, we have many other departments that really support the investor throughout the journey.
This time, can you tell us a little bit more about this coming up project? Given EB5 Capital's deep expertise and the investment team's extensive experience, we are confident that there were strategic reasons behind launching this project. What would you say that are the key elements and the primary strength of this one?
So that's a great question. So the J46 Breckenridge project is a rural project, so it does qualify for priority processing, which recently we have seen 526E approvals for rural projects get approved in as quickly as 3.5, 4 months, with the average being around 6 months. So that is a great point to consider if you're, of course, looking to have a quicker immigration benefit. But I think that other things that set this project aside is, first of all, the location and the developer that we're working with. So Breckenridge is about an hour-and-a-half drive from Denver, Colorado, and it's a very popular mountain town. It's a very affluent location. And this specific developer has been in Breckenridge for about 40 years, and they've been developing in the area. And this is sort of their last piece of this master plan that they've had going on for decades now. So that's where the name Finale at Breckenridge comes from, because not only is it their last development in their master plan, but it is also one of the last plots of buildable land in Breckenridge, which makes the project very exclusive and special in that regard. So the location, the developer, And then, of course, the way that our investments team has structured the EB5 loan within the capital stack is also something that provides protection for the EB5 investor as far as capital protection. And also the job creation cushion that we have is very high. So we make sure that there will be enough jobs created for the investors to ultimately receive the permanent green card.
From investors' perspective, what makes this project specifically appealing?
Of course, the location and the developer are great aspects of the project, but I think that the fact that this is a mixed-use development that contains residential units, so condominiums for sale, and also a ski and ski out resorts, and a significant portion of the residential units are already under contract, while the project is still very early on in the construction timeline. So I think that that specifically is something that is very important because it shows that the clientele is there, and that people are interested in buying homes in Breckenridge, and the demand is there as we continue to develop this project. And also the project is spread across 3 different parcels of land. And the EB5 loan has a first lien on 2 out of the 3 parcels. So we have a first lien on parcel 6 and on parcel 7, which places the EB5 investor in a great position.
Some say the sale of condominium kind of slowed down lately in the States because of the economic situation. Could this affect the repayment of the project?
That's a great question. So all projects will carry a certain amount of risk. Real estate market in the US is different. And specifically in Breckenridge, we are targeting a very niche audience. We are working with a very large developer in Breckenridge. They have done similar other projects to what we're doing today. So they have 4 other properties. I would encourage investors to begin their due diligence on the EB5 projects as soon as they can, because we do have the upcoming September 2026 grandfathering provision deadline.